Where are we?
We're at Rhodes.
Beaches of Rhodes. This is the Aegean side.
Found a jewel.
What? Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. Hi, sweetie. Oh, more kitties. Oh, kitties all over. Oh.
הסיפור על אישה ואיש בלילה קר.
שתקה אל החלום שענה לה בגשם. אל תלך, היא אמרה חכה רק עד מחר, והוא הביט אליה ונשבר ונזכר באש אשר פתאום כבתה ויצא אל הגשם. זה סיפור איש רדוף שמתרחק מכל אישה זועק תשוב אליי ושוב אולי, נבער כמו פעם בעיניי, תן לי יד רגעה, סוף הדרך. זה סיפור על אישה ואיש בלילה קר, מה שהיה בינינו כבר נגמר, הוא אמר, והיא שתקה אל החלום שענה לה בגשם. זה סיפור איש רדוף שמתרחק מכל אישה זועק תשוב אליי ושוב אולי, נבער כמו פעם בעיניי, תן לי יד רגעה, סוף הדרך.
Call him Atatürk. Yeah? That's him, isn't it?
πολύ δεν το νιώθω στα χείλη που καίνε και μπορεί όλο κάτι να κρύβουν χωρίς να στο λένε. Το φιλί που μου δίνεις με λιώνει και με ξημερώνει. Το φιλί οι πολλοί δεν το ξέρουν πως είναι ζωή. τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ και σε νοιάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ, σε χρειάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ και σε νοιάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ, σ' αγαπάω πολύ.
All aboard safely and underway in a white-hulled goulet, if you're French, which is acceptable. The gullet, goulet.
Οι πολύ σας σπασμένο το νιώθουν γυαλί. Σ' αγαπάω πολύ και σε νοιάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ, σε χρειάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ και σε νοιάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ, σ' αγαπάω πολύ. Σ' αγαπάω πολύ και σε νοιάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ, σε χρειάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ και σε νοιάζομαι. Ας με λένε τρελή, σ' αγαπάω πολύ, σ' αγαπάω πολύ.
Most of the time we have such nice weather here. But if you come here in a miserable cold...
5 years ago, and it's still around. He was Prime Minister here when I was here.
He was not... Symbolizing money. Third one is symbolizing wisdom. But I want to tell you something about wisdom. Wisdom was not working for a long time. Here, and for any kind of wish, you can just tie a handkerchief. So you can find business cards and letters, and like this one here. Sometimes photos and pictures, and children are drawing pictures, and lots of things you can find here. That's the purpose of it. If you like this, you can tie something, I don't know, Kleenex or handkerchief. This is the area where you can take a tour today in Ephesus. Well, when you look at the history of Ephesus, you will find out that people came here during the 3rd century BC. It was one of the commanders of Alexander the Great who started this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this way down, please. Domitian again, same emperor, because this is the other angle of the same temple we were talking about, Domitian's temple. And again, all of those archways over there were shops looking through.
Imagine how many nuts are necessary to make a whole carpet. When we have a whole row of nuts, we then use heavy combs like these, quite heavy, to make the nuts sit tighter on top of one another, like that, because the more number of nuts means the finer the carpet. If you notice, ladies and gentlemen, I just said something very, very important. I said the more number of nuts means the finer the carpet. I did not say the more number of nuts means the better the carpet. There is a difference. I will explain to you what I mean by this in just a few minutes. In other words, the trimming is done after each row of nuts, and as she works her way up, this forms a design out of pine. It looks easy, doesn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, do you prefer working in inches or in centimeters? Inches. Are you all from the which is silk, when completed, will have about 650 nuts to the square inch. This may not mean much to you, but what it does mean is this. For one lady to make a silk carpet with 650 nuts, 3 by 5 in feet, with 650 nuts, she'll need between 12 to 14 months work. However, for the same lady to make the same size carpet in wool, which has 90 nuts to the square inch, to make it 3 by 5, she needs about a month to a month and a half. This is why silk carpets cost more than the wool ones. Not because of silk, because of pine. The technique, though, is exactly the same as what we just saw. Okay? So we have the vertical threads, and the horizontal threads just go over and under. It has no pile. Let me explain it to you this way. That's a carpet. That's the pile. Do you see that woven section? That's what a kilim is. It's a carpet without the nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take our seats again. They have been made with.
Beer fine.
Now, just for a minute, as difficult as it may be to do, I would like you to ignore the design and color on these carpets. I know it's difficult to do because that's the first thing you look at. Ignore it. Why? Ladies and gentlemen, design and color are personal taste. You may not even like them. But I'd like to draw your attention first of all to the fringes. Why the fringes? If you think back to the lady that was weaving, do you remember the 2 threads she tied the knot around? On handmade carpets, the fringes are elongations of those vertical threads. They go under the pile, making up the skeleton. And on these 3 examples, you can see that the fringes, hence the skeleton is cotton, the pile is wool, so the name given to the first of the 3 categories is simply wool on cotton. That's the name given to the first category, wool on cotton. Ladies and gentlemen, will you agree with me when I say that in most Western countries, carpet salesmen do not have a very good reputation?
Yes.
Does that mean yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Why? Why do carpet salesmen have a bad reputation? Did you ever think about this? There has to be a reason for it. They are not very knowledgeable, and yet they're able to get away with it. Why are they able to get away with it?
We're not very knowledgeable.
Now, you know nothing. Whose fault is that? That you know nothing about this? So why blame the carpet salesman?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is this: by the end of this demonstration, I will prove to you, I will try to prove to you that you do not need to be an expert on the subject. If you know what to look for, use a bit of common sense, you're home safe. Watch what happens. We have 3 carpets on the floor: 10 by 7 in feet wool on cotton, 10 by 7 in feet wool on cotton, 10 by 7 in feet wool on cotton. If you put personal taste aside, which carpet on the floor do you think is going to cost the least? The least. Why do you say this one?
Design not as intricate.
It has less design. Congratulations, sir. But you have just made the mistake that 99.9% make. That's the mistake that everybody makes. Please remember, the amount of design is not important. The number of knots are important. Why? Because to get that open area, you get that by putting in the same color knot. The knot is still there. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Now watch what happens. Is that a digital camera?
No.
Is that a digital camera?
Yeah.
May I borrow your camera for a minute, sir? Say goodbye to the camera. Never trust a carpet salesman.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, how long have digital cameras been in the market for? 5, 10 years?
5, 7 years.
This phone part goes back 2,500 years. What do they both have in common?
Instant replay.
You'll get it if you think about it long enough, but pixels! Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not.
When I look at this camera, it says
7 megabytes.
7 megapixels. The higher the number of pixels, the better the quality of the picture, correct? With carpets, instead of pixels, we have knots. But it is exactly the same principle. In other words, the higher the number of knots means, the clearer the design will be on the back. Make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now watch what happens. This is from central Turkey with 110 knots to the square inch. 90 knots to the square inch. 90, 250 knots in square inch.
Yeah.
Do not take my word for it. How can you tell? Simply look at the back. If you look at the clarity of this one, you see the clarity? Now please compare it to the back of this one.
من